Well, good morning, you beautiful group of expanding and blossoming meditation friends. Great to see you. Happy Tuesday. We have such a nice thing here. We simply gather together and enjoy the principle that when we are gathered together, we have a stronger attraction, drawing power of love, light, and truth. Easy does it. God doesn't make too hard terms with us, so to speak, as long as we have an open mind and a willing heart. Nice deep breaths together. We might remember and recall that everything is always working out for us, that we are calm and peaceful souls. Easy does it. Meditation is the most curious absence of effort. I mean, we have to sit and do it. We're doing something, but it's the doing of nothing. It's paradoxical, but we feel more and more of that. Shoulders relax, swallow once, relax your jaw. The more we learn to relax, the more the filter of our mind opens and allows. And just for a few moments during our warm up, we'll watch our breath right at the tip of our nose. Very good. We will chant our first Om of the morning together. Inhale. And feel that. Let that spread right through you from head to toes. We're dropping into that groove together. Now we can move the attention of our breathing down to our belly button for a few cycles, just a meditation out of the rise and the fall of our belly button. And as we move more deeply into our body, we can now observe, pay attention to our feelings. Yesterday we talked about the energetics of yoga, what it actually feels like on the inside, and how to find, manage, heal, and direct these great energies that are always being sent our way. We might just note today, are we feeling a little energy? Are we feeling just the standard amount, daily quantity? Or is this the time in your life when there's a great volume of energy? Now, of course, energy gets translated into, we give it names, don't we? We might call it joy, or we might call it anger, we might call it depression, we might call it agitation, we might call it calm, but it gets translated into something, doesn't it? So, how much energy are you feeling right now? Just notice. Some days it's just a calm, peaceful, perfect San Diego day, and other days it's Seattle. No matter how much we're feeling, we can establish that eye in the center of the hurricane that keeps us safe and protected and serene. Good. Today's little prayer, affirmation, invocation, intention. God, love, source, being, infinite higher organizing principle, IHOP for short. Teach us, guide us through our meditation, that our nervous systems may be healed and uplifted, that we translate the great energies of being into the higher angels of our nature. So for about one more minute, we'll just breathe what we feel and feel what we breathe, catch up with ourselves. Okay, now in a moment, we'll go into our 20 minutes of silent time together. Before we do that, since there are those who stream in now, or maybe you're new, if you're new to this, what do you do during 20 minutes of silence? It's such a good question. I recommend a mantra, and the mantra that I've recommended for years that I think really works. On inhale, inside of your head, you say the simple sound of so, S-O. On exhale, inside of your head, you make the simple sound hum, H-U-M. It's one of mankind's oldest mantras. It's called the breath mantra, and it works on so many levels. It calms our mind. It gives us a touchstone to come back to. It has far deeper vibrational qualities and benefits, but mainly it just gives us a nice cyclical calming presence to come back to. So we'll chant Om again. Om. Alrighty, at 7:30 we come back and we do a little Dharma talk. Enjoy. Okay, come on back. Slide back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Circulate love and bliss and peace and joy through yourself. Open your eyes, blinkety blink. Oh, I've got the sweetest kitty today. His energetic mood changes from time to time, but there's a lot of energy moving through this one. And it's probably important that we remember as human beings how much energy is being directed our way. I guess there was a great yogi once, he talked about some people were 5-watt people, perhaps referring to light bulbs. Some people were 5-watt people, and some people were million-watt people. In other words, everybody has the same access to a virtually unlimited supply of these great energies, but we all have our individual nervous systems, don't we? We all have, what we all have in common is a brain and a nervous system. That's obvious, and it's true. So we all have the same nervous system, but if we all have the same brain and nervous system, how come they operate so differently? How come the experience of one person's life is so radically different than another person's life? Well, I guess it just sort of depends on how we use our own brain and nervous system, or how others have used it, how it's been shaped, how much great energy it can allow, and then what we do with it. Because we're all shaping it into something. Love, we might say, is energy shaped into its highest possible expression. And I guess we might say that fear is great energy twisted or distorted into its worst possible expression. But be that as it may, our nervous systems are always doing this. And one of the great benefits of meditation is that over time, consistently, it will heal and redeem, I guess you might say, our own nervous systems. If our nervous systems are translating energy poorly, if we're turning what could be love and light and bliss and truth into fear and dread and worry and suffering, then meditation will heal that over time. And yet our emotional life is very much like an iceberg. There's so much below the surface than there is at the top. So it's probably not unusual for each and every one of us to have great, how shall we say, subterranean caverns of blocked or hidden or repressed emotions. And if they're unconscious or subconscious, how do you fix that? How do you fix what you don't even know is there? How do you fix what you can't access? That's a good question. Well, that's why we have meditation and prayer. Meditation and prayer, spiritual practice, contemplation. These are the great tools that we use that enable healing to come to the greater depths of our being. Now, sometimes when healing does come, it comes in a way that it doesn't look like healing because we found some ancient pocket or landmine of repressed or distorted emotion. When it surfaces, it looks really messy. It looks traumatic sometimes. It looks like the worst thing ever, or it's gone to hell in a handbasket. And yet we've all been through these things, and we know that through more and more practice, when those times arise, when we do step on landmines of ancient, repressed or distorted emotions, that we can ride out the storm. And then these great energies will no longer be used to our disadvantage. They'll be redeemed, and they will express as light and love and wisdom and harmonious action in the world. So there. Have a beautiful day. May your energies be redeemed and healed.